Hey everyone, back here with another DVD and Blu-ray update. It's kind of a big one, so I'll just kind of jump right into it. I got a lot of Blu-rays to go through and DVDs. So yeah, my voice is kind of in and out a little bit. Did a lot of screaming this past weekend. I went to the Horror Hound weekend in Cincinnati, and I was in the water park going down the slides a lot and doing a lot of screaming, so my voice is kind of in and out. But I was waiting on 3 DVDs to come in the mail, and I told myself as soon as those came in that I would do a DVD and Blu-ray update. So now that they're here, I'm going to go ahead and start. I actually got this one in the mail today. It's from William Girdler, and if anyone doesn't know who William Girdler is, he was a local filmmaker that did most of his movies here in Louisville, Kentucky, back in the 70s. And I got 3 of his most, I guess, famous ones. There's still a couple more I want to get. He did do Day of the Animals, Grizzly, Sheba Baby, which was filmed in Louisville, Kentucky. But these 3 that I have here were the first that I wanted to get. I've seen all 3. I really enjoy all 3, and I would recommend all 3. But I'll go ahead and show those. The first one here is 3 on a Meat Hook, which is, I guess, loosely based on maybe the Ed Gein story, and it sort of has that Texas Chainsaw Massacre feel to it. Plus, it's really cool. It was all filmed here in Louisville, Kentucky. But 3 on a Meat Hook. Next one here is put out by Something Weird Video, and it's 2 movies on here. I haven't seen the second one on here yet, but the main movie, Asylum of Satan, which was, again, filmed here in Louisville, Kentucky, and is directed by William Girdler. But if you have this edition, it comes with, also includes Satan's Children Special Edition, and I've never seen Satan's Children, but I do really enjoy Asylum of Satan a lot. Next one here, got some flack from William Girdler when he made this in the 70s. He actually was sued by Warner Brothers. And the reason they were sued is because this movie, Abby, they considered it a blatant ripoff of their movie, The Exorcist, which also came out around the same time. This movie, I mean, even though it is a possession film, it has more elements, in my opinion, of like The Evil Dead, or I don't know. There's just so many other things going on in this movie. It's a really good movie. I wish there was a better DVD out, with a better transfer and stuff, but you know, I'm fine with this. You know, I'm just happy to have it. But this chick here, Abby, it's, you know, it's a black exploitation film on possession and stuff. And yes, there are some similarities between this and The Exorcist, but it's not, in my opinion, a blatant ripoff. But I guess Warner Brothers thought that would have been their opportunity to sue the filmmakers for this movie. So, yeah. And I got those 3 off of Amazon. This next one here, I found right before Halloween at Walmart in the $5 bin. Never seen it, but I just did recently watch it, and it was actually a lot of fun. It's another black exploitation film called Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde. This movie was made in 1976. And it's just a basic, you know, black exploitation take on, you know, the classic Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. But it's, you know, over the top and really funny, of course. The next one here, my friend Justin gave me this, or Ryan 1988. I didn't get to see this. It's not the unrated version, but I would like to see the unrated version because I really like the R-rated version. But that was Dario Argento's Mother of Tears. So he actually found the unrated one, so I was like, alright, cool, I'll take it, you know, sure. So, but I really enjoyed it. I've read some stuff online where a lot of people were bitching about it and saying it was god-awful, and I mean, there was only a couple scenes with some CGI that I thought was awful, but the rest of the film I really liked. I really liked the opening kill, where the woman gets her mouth ripped open, and then she gets her intestines pulled out, and then she's strangled with her intestines. That was pretty cool. And then obviously it has his daughter in it, and Udo Kier. But I really enjoyed it. I did like it. The next one here, I'm actually good friends with the filmmakers. And I recently got to sit down and watch the whole thing, you know. But I got my copy off of Amazon, and that is Alan Rokelly's I'll Bury You Tomorrow. And this was an interesting independent horror film. Highly recommended. Alan Rokelly, Jerry Murdoch, Susie Adrianson, Zoe Deschanel, or Zoe, I said that totally wrong, Zoe Chandler, and a couple other people that I'm pretty good friends with and stuff were all a part of this movie. And it's really good. It's very dark. It's got a lot of imagery and stuff to it. And yeah, it's definitely one to check out. It's called I'll Bury You Tomorrow, and I like that title a lot. The next one here, I got at Myers. Brian bought it for me for $4.99. I wanted to watch it again and give it another shot, and that would be the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. And if anyone knows me, knows how much I hate this movie, but I wanted to give it another shot, and yeah, I did. That's all I'm going to say about that. This next one here, also got at Myers, same time as the Texas Chainsaw. I remember seeing this a while back, and I thought it was okay. I need to sit down and rewatch it again all the way through, though. But this is Ed Gein, the one with Kane Hodder. I really like Kane Hodder a lot. I don't think this movie works, though, because the real Ed Gein was the short little man who was a lot older, and Kane is a lot younger than Ed Gein, and he's a lot bigger. So if you look at it not as an Ed Gein based film, I guess it works on its own, but that was really the only thing. You know, they could have called it anything else than Ed Gein, the Butcher of Plainfield, and it would have been totally fun. Plus it's got Michael Berryman in there for a little bit, and what's her name? I just went blank. Priscilla Barnes from Three's Company. The next one here, Brian ordered this a while back, and his DVD totally went shit dingy and stopped working. So I took it upon myself to order me a copy, and mine works fine, thank God. But that was Ticked Off Trannies with Knives. This one's really interesting. It's a Grindhouse throwback with like your rape revenge type of scenario with trannies and knives. So it's a lot of fun, and it's actually really well made in my opinion. But it's a winner, it looks like, at a lot of different film festivals, and it's just really over the top, really funny. It does have some gore, but I say check it out, definitely. Next one here, Brian got for me at Walmart for like $4.99, maybe $5.99 around Halloween time, and I was actually looking for it a while back because I know a lot of people on Facebook, Jeffrey Lee, and there was somebody else. They posted a picture and said they found this in the $5 bin, and I was like, what? So Brian found me a copy, and that's the 25th anniversary edition of Redneck Zombies. Haven't got to sit down and watch this movie. I did watch the old DVD when it first came out with my friend Troy. Haven't seen it since, though, so I want to give it another shot. And like this edition, they redid things to it, like color corrected it and did a couple other things, I think. But it's got a bunch of special features and the soundtrack, which is kind of random. But what I remember, I really enjoyed, and it's definitely one to check out if you've never seen it, and if you're a zombie fan. The next one here, I got through a trade, which I have a Blu-ray. I also got through the trade from the same person. And when I get that Blu-ray out, I'll show you. But I'll go ahead and show the DVD. And that's Lamberto Bava's A Blade in the Dark. I had never seen this movie. Still haven't watched it. But my buddy Justin, or Ryan, 1988, traded this and a Blu-ray for Laid to Rest 2 DVD. He knows I didn't care for Laid to Rest 2, so he wanted it to complete his collection, and he told me he would hook me up with A Blade in the Dark and the other Blu-ray. So I got this. I watched the trailer. It looks really good, and I've heard some good stuff about it. So if you like it or know anything about it, let me know what you thought. So yeah, I definitely want to sit down and watch this here soon. And to show the other Blu-ray, now that I'm done with the DVDs, with that trade, I also got Halloween: The Curse of Michael Myers and Halloween H2O Blu-ray. I did just have the Halloween H2O Blu-ray, but because I like both these films, I wanted to get the 2 sets, so Justin hooked me up with this. So thank you, Justin. Now this one is pretty awesome because this past weekend at Horror Hound, I picked up my copy a month early, and this actually doesn't come out until December 13th, but that's the Intruder Blu-ray, the director's cut. And with that said, it's also one of those limited ones that has, they have a thing where if you pre-order it and get yours while you can, there's the 2-disc set. Obviously there's a DVD and a Blu-ray, but then there's only 500 of these though, and I got number 173 of 500, and it's the original Intruder work print. So that's pretty cool in itself. There's a really cool retrospect documentary on this. Well, it's not really a documentary, it's like a featurette, but it's still really cool. It shows a lot of the cast and stuff today talking, like the main girl and Danny Hicks, the director, Bruce Campbell, and a couple other people all talking about it. Ted Raimi, I think, is on there too. But it's a really nice set. It's a really awesome little slasher, very gory, and this is really cool because it's the director's cut. And I watched some of the stuff on the, what do you call it, the work print stuff. And really, I mean, the stuff they cut, it's cool because there's more gore, but after you see it, you kind of see that it doesn't really look all that good. I mean, yeah, there's more gore, but it doesn't really look all that good. So I see why they cut it, but it's really cool to watch the fully uncut version. So the next one here I got for $5 at Walmart right before Halloween, and that is An American Werewolf in London. I really enjoy this movie. Recently rewatched it with Brian, but I knew I wanted to get this because I remember seeing it at Walmart. It was only like $5, so I was like, alright, I gotta get it. But it looks really good. It's got a really cool documentary on there called Beware the Moon, new feature-length retrospect documentary with a lot of the cast and crew. So it shows a lot of the people today and stuff talking about it. And I always like those. But yeah, you can't go wrong with this movie for $5, especially on Blu-ray too. The next one here I got at Walmart, same time as American Werewolf in London. And this, I think, it wasn't $5, but it was under 10. So maybe around 9 something. But The Hills Have Eyes remake on Blu-ray. This actually looks really good. I've been waiting for this to come out because they've had part 2 out for the longest time, and I'm not a huge fan of the sequel to the remake. I know there's some people that like it, but I just didn't care for it. I like the original sequel and the original movie and the remake, but not the sequel to this movie. But yeah, The Hills Have Eyes. Next one here, got for $5 at Walmart after Halloween, and that was Wrong Turn. I was kind of, I'm not disappointed. I mean, it was $5, so I can't really complain too much. But the picture quality, it's really not the best I've seen out of Blu-rays and stuff. It didn't really look any better than a DVD. So that was the one thing I was kind of disappointed with. But if you like Wrong Turn, you can find it for cheap, and you don't have the DVD already, I would say pick this up. But if you have the DVD, I would probably wait after, getting this. Next one here, I got at Walmart for $19.99, and that is the Scream 5 set. That comes with Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, and then the 2 documentaries, Still Screaming, the Ultimate Scary Movie Retrospect, and Scream, the Inside Story. This is a nice little set. I did have the first 3 Blu-rays that came out separately, but because Part 4 was coming out, and I knew that they weren't going to be selling the documentary Still Screaming by itself, I figured I would just go ahead and buy this. I mean, $20, you can't go wrong, but the discs, there they are. They're just kind of bare. And the last disc, you got Still Screaming and Scream, the Inside Story. So, it's cool. I mean, it's a nice little set. I mean, I guess they could have made it look a little better, but, you know, for $20, you can't go wrong. The next thing is the Scream 4 Blu-ray, just the Blu-ray. I know some people got the, whatever it is, the BD Live and digital pack and DVD copy comes with it, but I just went the cheaper route and just got the Blu-ray. This, in my opinion, is the weakest, but that's just me. I certainly like 1, 2, and 3 a lot better than Part 4. Part 4, I like them, though, I guess the way they go. 1, 2, then 3, then 4. It's sort of in limbo right now as to whether or not they're even going to do a Scream 5, because recently I read on their official page that the sales for Scream 4 really weren't cutting it. So that's never a good sign. So, I don't know what's going to happen with Scream 4, or Scream 5, sorry. Whether or not they'll make it or not. I really don't like the ending to that movie, just because of how it leaves you kind of there, and it doesn't really, I don't know. I've had a big debate with a lot of people with Scream 4 versus Scream 3's ending and all that stuff, so, and whether or not they even should have made a Scream 4, but Kevin Williamson, said he had a new idea for a new trilogy. Part 4 wasn't very successful, so I don't know whether or not they're going to even make a 5 and a 6. So, who knows. But the last one here, I don't have the DVD. I loved it as a kid, and I found this for really cheap, so I went ahead and grabbed it. But that would be Beetlejuice on Blu-ray. And I thought this came with something else. Maybe I'm wrong, like a booklet or the soundtrack or something, but I could have swore I've seen people's videos where they had a second disc. So if you have Beetlejuice on Blu-ray, could you please tell me if it has another disc, or if it's supposed to have another disc, because mine only has one. Special features: 3 hilarious animated TV episodes, the theatrical trailer, and 5.1 audio. So, yeah, that was my DVD and Blu-ray update. Hope you all enjoyed it. Had a blast this past weekend. I got to meet the guy. Well, actually, I'll just show it. Here we go. Sorry, the camera just moved. The killer, well, sorry, I don't want to ruin it. I'll just say it. The killer from High Tension, I got to meet him. Pretty cool. Awesome guy. He couldn't speak any English, but that was still really cool. I was asking him and stuff how he liked the show and stuff, and he was like, good. Very good. So I was like, alright, that's kind of cool. But if you're friends with me on Facebook, you'll probably see some pictures. I got to meet John Saxon, him from High Tension, Margot Kidder. They had a couple other people from the Friday the 13th series that I kind of wish I would have met, but I didn't. James Duvall was there. I got to hang out with him. And I just totally went blank. But, oh, how did I go wrong? The guy from Intruder, Danny Hicks, which was also in Evil Dead 2, he signed my book, and he was super cool. And I'm really excited because that new Evil Dead DVD, or Blu-ray, comes out here soon. So I definitely want to get that. So, I hope I didn't ramble too much, or said, bored y'all too much. But, yeah, hope everyone's doing well, and I'll be back soon with another DVD and Blu-ray update. Take it easy.